Yo guys, kembali lagi bersama gue Darren di The Gamesleeper. Hari ini gue akan melanjutkan pelajaran kita tentang assassinscreedrogue. Bagi yang baru pertama kali nonton di video ini, bisa share tombol like dan subscribe apabila kalian suka dengan gameplay saya di assassinscreedrogue. Oke, tanpa berlama-lama lagi, mari kita mulai saja. Jadi kita disuruh mengambil alih sebuah tempat geng headquarter.
I have a good line on him. I can get him from here. Assist me in my retreat. You are in huge trouble now. You won't get out of here alive. What are you waiting for? Kill him! What are you waiting for? Kill him! I have a shot. Ready to fire. I have as clear a shot as I can get.
Oke, ini jadi petanya cukup gede juga.
That will help us smoke.
Be at ease, Master Cormac. We are friends. The Vinnegans were worried you might take matters into your own hands. I am Colonel George Monroe.
Colonel?
I came to help, but I see I am late. Thank you for dealing with these foul criminals. They were a blight on New York.
What do you care? You redcoats are nothing but landlords. The townsfolk here are grinding away, trying to make a living.
I cannot blame you for having that impression. Some of my comrades have been less than helpful. But I take a different approach.
And what is that?
I care. I want to see these colonists safe and prosperous.
Noble words.
Perhaps actions will convince you otherwise, Master Cormac.
Here, reclaim what they have stolen. Now let us use some of that money for the good of the city. I realize you have no reason to trust me, Master Cormac.
You said you were a friend of the Vinnegans.
I am. Their late son worked for me. You are much like him.
How so?
He cared, and he wanted to do good by the people. We shared a dream, that of making the world a better place. Mere survival is not enough. Full bellies, warm clothing. Freedom from want is the greatest freedom of all.
It almost sounds like you have goodwill towards the people you govern.
I do not get
Citizens to keep their stuff.
I merely assist. See this neglected edifice, Master Cormac? We can make it better. Urban renewal is a new science, but one that has already proven effective on the continent. I've arranged for resources. Use them to improve that building.
Kita disuruh renovasi sebuah bangunan supaya pendapatan kita naik.
What fine work!
The neighborhood will be much better now.
I suspect New York will prosper under your watch, Master Cormac. You can do great things for this city and its citizens. After all, a man needs purpose. Farewell for now, Master Cormac.
Jadi itu untuk memori 1 di sequence 2. Sequence 3, maaf. Kita continue saja.
The Colonel strikes me as an honorable man. Someone who wants to do what's right. And he may have a point. With everything that has happened. With what I've done. I can't change the past. But maybe there's a future for me here. And maybe, just maybe, I can do what's right this time. I should head back to the Vinnegans. Let them know I'm fine.
Kita mulai misi saja.
Shay! Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist, and he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
You're here, dearie. They are hanging a man in the old fort.
Oh, 'twould be a shame to miss that.
Jadi kita disuruh menyelamatkan si Christopher Gist.
This bastard nicked what we rightfully stole. Let's say we give him a stretch. Kill him!
Let him hide!
Go to hell, the lot of you!
Christopher Guest. I'm Shay Cormac.
John! But what are you doing here, if you don't mind me asking?
The Colonel sent me.
Aha! Together, my brother!
I mean, too much of idiotic insight.
Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
It's Morgan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
Keep your wits about you, Shay. Criminals are everywhere, and most of them look just like law-abiding citizens.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I've got something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter. I tell you what, I shall find a new crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste.
So long.
Clear shot! Take no noise, just let me pipe my ass.
I got you, boy.
Di depan.
Shit! Make for home! Run, run!
Take no noise.
Bener dari atas.
She's a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for it. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
Oke, ini untuk memori 2. Dan saja.
Splendid! Captain has the wheel!
Bakal kembali ke River Valley, Pak.
The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe, not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideals and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, I'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
Flip ahead, sir! Ease off the wind!
Sudah
Hold
sampai.
down and clew up!
Anchor ahoy!
Harus update kapal ya. Udah kita proses kapal dulu saja.
What service can I provide?
Kita upgrade apa ya? Ini aja kali ya.
Bit of business, that.
Is that the most intelligent thing
Lanjut
about
saja.
saying to each other?
In good health, I see.
Thanks for the captain here.
Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, They are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that. What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
Loose the mains!
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
We're losing our bearings! I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned.
It should be nearby, Captain.
Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Cargo. Now, why do you say that, Master Cormac?
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
Nature. It's valet says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards.
Floating cargo for the taking, sir.
Oke, kita sudah sampai. Mau upgrade kapal ya.
Blues up! Ease the
How far
sticks!
now, Captain?
Ease off the wind! Haul it all sail!
Onions, garlic.
30 years bringing you this.
Kita lihat investigation dulu supaya kelihatan. Banyaknya gimana ya?
Yeah.
Allez, maniez-vous un peu. Je sais que vous vous emmerdez, mais c'est pas une raison pour être moins vigilant. Allez, maniez-vous un peu. Je sais que vous vous emmerdez. C'est pas une raison pour être moins vigilant. Donc je me suis enrôlé pour une autre année.
Vraiment.
Je vous en prie, ne tirez pas. Je sais que vous vous emmerdez. C'est pas une raison pour être moins vigilant. Allez, maniez-vous un peu. Je sais que vous vous emmerdez, mais c'est pas une raison pour être moins vigilant. Jean et... Soyez alerte. On ne sait pas ce qui peut nous tomber dessus. Alerte! Allez, maniez-vous un peu. Je sais que vous vous emmerdez. C'est pas une raison pour être moins vite.
Thank you for holding that for me.
Oh! Attaquez le parolier! Pourquoi est-on venu ici? Il n'y a que des bêtes sauvages partout à la ronde.
Good show, Shay. Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower. We will need more powerful guns before we approach that fort. Go to your...
Oke deh teman-teman, untuk gameplay Assassin's Creed Rogue sampai di sini dulu saja teman-teman. Untuk kedepannya gue akan upload lagi supaya ceritanya cepat selesai, dan apabila kalian suka dengan gameplay saya, bisa klik like dan subscribe serta loncengnya sehingga tidak ketinggalan dengan gameplay saya tentang Assassin's Creed Rogue ini. Oke, sekian dari saya dalam gameplay ini. Sampai jumpa.
Bye.